Thanks for staying with us. Disadvantaged students across St. Vincent and the Grenadines are expected to benefit from the Adopt a Classroom program, which was launched earlier this month by the Zero Hunger Trust Fund. That's according to Minister of Economic Development, Camila Gonsalves. Minister Gonsalves said the program is aimed at improving the educational and nutritional development of children in rural and vulnerable communities. The schools were selected based on the National Poverty Assessment Program. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is among 27 countries where pregnant women are warned to avoid when traveling. Some of the other countries are Antigua and Barbuda, St. Martin, Cuba, Haiti, Martinique, St. Lucia, and among others. Travelers are also encouraged to protect themselves from being bitten by mosquitoes. The use of condoms among traveling partners is also encouraged, as Zika virus can be transmitted via sex. The Guillain-Barré syndrome is associated with a Zika virus, a rare disorder in which weakness and paralysis can occur, and this can last for up to weeks, up to several months. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the United Arab Emirates signed an Air Services Agreement ASA on Friday, August 19, 2016. Under the agreement, both parties will grant the other the rights specified in the agreement to enable its designated airline to establish and operate agreed services. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves signed on behalf of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, while His Excellency Saif Mohammed Al-Suwadi, Director General of Civil Aviation, among others, signed on behalf of the UAE. Friday's signing took place at the Cabinet Room. The University of the West Indies, UWI, and the General Secretariat of the Organization of American States, OAS, through the Executive Secretariat for Integral Development, signed a memorandum of understanding MOU on Friday, August 5, 2016. This is a symbolic gesture demonstrating the parties' commitment on the implementation of a project entitled Expanding Socio-Economic Potential of Cultural Heritage in the Caribbean. Phase 2, implementation of project components. Both parties in signing the MOU recognize that cultural development is a key element for social and economic development of peoples, and thus the importance of acknowledging, preserving and promoting the heritage, traditions and ancestral knowledge in order to ensure better transmission to present and future generations. The Democratic Republican Party, DRP, is calling for repeal of the Cybercrimes Act 2016. In a release circulated in the media on Thursday, August 18, 2016, the DRP is calling for SBG to go back to the drawing board to develop a proper cybercrimes law which does not damage fundamental freedoms and at the same time create loopholes for cybercriminals to escape. Political leader of the DRP, Anissa Bastis, maintains that her continual research on cybercrimes laws worldwide reveals that there are serious fundamental problems with HIPCAR model law, which was the basis of our Cybercrimes Act 2016. On the morning of July 2, 2002, the hearts of Vincentians were broken upon hearing of the gruesome death of 12-year-old aspiring panist, Lakeisha Nanton of Sion Hill, whose mangled body was found hanging from a mango tree in the area of London Road. An autopsy showed that she was strangled. Patrick Lovelace of Belmont was sometime later found guilty of Nanton's murder and was sentenced to death on February 19, 2010. A 12-member jury had found Lovelace guilty on July 15, 2009, following a retrial, but sentencing had been postponed. To date, Lovelace is appealing his sentence of death on the basis that it is too excessive and that he should be given a term of imprisonment instead. Legal representative Bacchus Batiste told the Vincentian, quote, "I am looking forward to a successful appeal. I think we will win this appeal," end quote. Lovelace will know his fate come November 8, 2016, when the appeal hearing comes before the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council. The SPG Teachers Cooperative Credit Union is hosting its 3rd annual youth camp at Richmond Vale, at Richmond Vale Academy this weekend, under the theme, Sharing the Vision, Passing the Torch. 35 youths will attend the camp, which will include presentations on ranges of issues such as credit union history and philosophy, a community project, a church visit, and a public speaking competition. Opposition leader Annie Eustace has made a statement on the deposit of $1.3 million to a bank here for the New Democratic Party in the last general elections. The issue came to the fore after Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves made a statement in Parliament which revealed the transaction. Speaking on radio on Thursday, August 18, 2016, Mr. Yusuf said the contribution of $1.3 million is one of the contributions the NDP received during the last election from someone who donated funds to the party for election purposes. He said the transaction went through the normal processes. A symposium was held here on Saturday in an effort to see how Carnival can be further developed. The symposium took place at the Peace Memorial Hall, where former Minister of Culture, Rene Batiste, delivered the featured address. At a press conference held by the CDC earlier this year, Cultural Minister Cecil Mackey said that preparations for our 40th anniversary of June-July Carnival next year will be in motion from November this year.
And one of the suggestions that I have thrown out is that we have an early launch of the festival. And I suggest that we do so as early as November this year. We heard from the chairman, well, we heard from Brother Raggy that some of the mass bands already have their productions finalized, and some have the team finalized for 2017. So I would like them to fast track their preparation and having those designs available, because I suggest that we do the major media launch in New York, but we also do smaller launches in the UK, in Canada and the Caribbean countries as well. Why New York? Because that is where the largest groupings come from for Carnival, particularly with turning Vincentians. So it's important that we target them and get in there early, so that persons, when they're making their preparations for their vacation next year, they will know what will be available for them, and the fact that we're going to be paying important attention to the festival.
Businessman and shipping broker Wayne Crichton has walked away with $242,000 of the lotto jackpot. According to Searchlight newspaper, Crichton has been playing the National Lottery Authority's game since the company operated 32 years ago. The draw was held on Tuesday, August 9, 2016. Crichton bought a ticket at M&M Shop in Fair Hall, where he asked for a quick pick, which gave him the winning numbers 2, 9, 28, 30 and 33. Coming up next, we take a look at the sporting highlights.